This is the Broke But Cultured podcast.
Yes, the brokest podcast on the internet, but
we can pronounce words like Louis Vuitton.
And we serve our bitches quinoa.
We're out here dripping with finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping in finesse. You know what you know it. Out here dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Out here dripping with finesse. You know that you know it.
Hey. Yo, shout out to that song. Shout out to Finesse for being out for like an entire fucking year, but no one giving it the respect it deserves until Cardi B got on it.
Of course.
Queen Cardi B.
We won't even.
The Trap Selena.
Yo.
Shout out to the Trap Selena.
So speaking of that, hi everybody, it's us, Broke But Culture.
Yo, it's 2018 and we're back with a new episode, and that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's wild.
We made it.
Black by popular demand.
Black by popular
Yo, everyone
demand.
has that nut ass black by popular demand shirt.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? Everyone's order shipped at the same time? Or
Yeah.
Because everyone like took a picture in their shirt at like the same time. I just saw all those fucking black by popular demand shirts all over my timeline. And I'm like, yo.
Because that was everybody's Christmas present.
Probably. I'm black by popular demand. I don't think anyone demanded you to be black. No, we're happy you're here. However,
like you being black is just, you know, hey.
That's it. It's just like something had happened.
So speaking of Cardi B and her being the Trap Selena, right. What if, you know how like, I'm about to compare Cardi B to Selena real quick. Because I don't remember, I wasn't old enough to remember Selena's career. But I do know that everybody fucking loves Selena at the same time.
Yo.
And I think that this is the same thing that's happening to Cardi B. So all I'm saying is that if the fan, what was the fan liaison? What was she? The lady that killed Selena?
Oh, the manager of her fan club.
The manager of her fan club.
Remember fan clubs? They don't have fan clubs?
Yes.
That's because we don't use
Beehive.
postal service anymore. That's not a fan club. That's a gang.
The Beehive, the Barbs, Rihanna,
the Navy.
The Navy, yeah.
The Navy. Future Hive.
Future Hive. I'm actually a part of Future Hive.
I'm not Future Hive.
I'm Future Hive. No, the only reason I'm Future Hive because at the time it was funny to be Future Hive because it was like, Future, really? Like, but I didn't know he was going to be as big as he is right now.
I don't know. The deadliest of all of them is the Beehive.
The Beehive, yeah.
But you know who is
they
like the real, the OG Beehive? Lil' Kim fans are the deadliest of them. No, Lil' Kim fans will kill you. No, real talk.
That's
like,
because
they will
Lil' Kim is who she is.
No doubt. Like, listen.
Who do you think would win in a knife fight? Lil' Kim or Remy Ma?
A knife fight?
A knife.
I feel like Remy Ma will like smack the knife out of her hand. Like on some real shit. I feel like Remy Ma is just like, you know, like the end boss.
Yeah.
That's Remy Ma. Like you gotta defeat Remy Ma before you beat the game. Like she's that nigga. Like Remy Ma is like intimidating as fuck.
That wasn't what we were talking about initially. I know I brought that up, but I was bringing up Selena because what if the manager of Cardi B's fan club shoots her? I promise you.
No, that's just a random assailant.
No, seriously, if something happens to Cardi B, I'm like, Dad, it's happening all over again.
Burn it down. Burn down the record label.
Burn down the record label.
Burn down. You should have did everything in your power to protect Cardi B. Burn it down.
I'm gonna start a riot. I'm gonna start.
You don't remember when Selena died? Oh, you were young. I remember when Selena died. I don't remember when she died, but I remember the infomercials of them selling like her greatest hits albums and stuff, and everyone being really sad about it. So I'm like, oh, I'm assuming this lady died. It's crazy.
I didn't know Selena died in real life. I thought she just died. I didn't know Selena died. I didn't know Selena didn't die at the end of the movie.
You thought Jennifer Lopez died?
I thought Jennifer Lopez was really Selena, and I thought that she died at the end of the movie.
That's wild.
So, because Selena came out in what, 93? I think it came out.
I feel like it's 96,
no,
97?
I think it came out in 93. Hold on.
Google it. Como me duele, pero.
Or did she die in 93?
Como la Flor is my shit.
It came out in 97. Dang, she must have died in 93.
Yeah, she died in like 90. I think she died in 95.
95. Dang, I'm killing Selena off early. But yeah, I thought that Jennifer Lopez was Selena. I thought she died. And I thought we were just watching her die over and over and over and over and over again. I didn't know. My imagination was weird.
I think we're making a comparison because Cardi B's 23 and Selena was 23 when she passed away.
If anything happens to Cardi B, I promise you I will not be the
Selena
same.
died March 31st, 1995.
Oh, damn. So she died. She died when she was 23.
Yeah, she died when she was 23.
Yeah, and Cardi B 23. She's 24.
Something like that. No, I don't know. She's so young.
Yeah.
She doesn't look that young. She doesn't look old, but she doesn't look 23.
Right.
She looks like I'll give her like a solid 26.
Yeah. But then again, when she started talking and start acting the way she act, like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Like she's a young buck.
You don't have the knowledge and the energy to care about how you present yourself all the way yet. You think you grown, which she is, because she got more money than me, but she grown.
She reminds me of a girl like in one of your high school classes that just didn't give a fuck. It was the class clown.
Yeah.
Showing up to class in her baby fat jacket.
Exactly.
She had a baby fat jacket.
Of course she did.
99.9%
sure.
She
might not, because her family had no fucking money.
Also, she's super young, so baby fat probably like passed. Speak. Baby fat, like every girl had like a baby fat or like a Mesquite fucking puffer coat with the fur around the
Did you have any baby fat?
No.
Kelly was out here wearing baby fat, y'all.
I wanted Fat Farm. I wanted Sean John. I wanted Rockaware.
So bad.
Yeah, because listen, teddy bear fresh. Yo, 2018 is all about being teddy bear fresh. My goal is to dress like a teddy bear
every single day.
Every single day, no matter what. Or at least when I'm going out, like I want to look like squeezable at all times.
You want to look like you're comfy.
I want to look like I'm comfy, but I also want people to look like they want to hug me.
Yeah, because you warm.
Like I'm like my warm embrace. Like, oh, she's like adorable. Like, look at that. Like I feel like I can build you at a workshop. Like, that would be awesome.
So stupid.
I feel like I can collect you all. So yeah, that's my thing. But yeah, welcome to Broke Book Culture. It's 2018 Broke Book Culture. We're back and better than ever. You feel me?
We're working on it at least.
Working on it.
I'm trying to not curse so much. It smells like sweet potatoes in here.
You making? You got sweet potato tea?
No, it's caramel.
Lauren's here. She has caramel tea.
Caramel tea that smells like sweet potato pie or sweet potatoes. I thought she was in here making sweet potatoes. I say,
yo, I'm like, she's a keeper. She out here making. Wait, what? Don't put no marshmallows in it. I don't even eat sweet potatoes, but aesthetically, marshmallows look disgusting on top of sweet potatoes.
I don't think it looks disgusting. I think it tastes disgusting. Because why do you want that sweet on sweet on sweet? Niggas,
I don't like that. I don't like sweet potato anything. I don't like sweet potato fries. I don't like sweet potato like chips. I don't like sweet potato anything.
Because it's actually like you can taste. It doesn't taste savory like a potato should taste, so it's bothersome. Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I should be able to put sour cream and stuff on this. Like, why does it not taste salty?
Oh, that makes me want a loaded potato. That was what it was, loaded potatoes. So you guys, I've been trying to figure out. So I bought some sour cream, right? And I originally had it for tacos, but I was like, yo, there was this one time I was at my house and I was using sour cream for something else, and it was delicious. It was baked potatoes because I was putting bacon.
It was
wedges,
and then you had like the sour cream, the chives, and like the bacon, and you were just kind of dipping the shit in it. Mm-hmm. That shit was dope. Do that again.
I am. I'm going to do
it again.
Kelly gets to experience my cooking because we hang out a lot.
Because I'm like hungry all the time. I'm just like, I just sit around and lurk. I be lurking. People know to feed me.
So, anytime we go, anytime I'm with Kelly and like we're like hanging out and we're hanging out with other people will feed her. And I don't understand how they even got the idea that she was hungry. And I'm just sitting there like we'll get offered food because we came in together, but she'll be the one that would be like, yes. And I'll be like, nah, I literally just got here. It's fine. But you obviously be looking hungry.
I eat when story time. So hope you guys had a happy ass New Year. New Year's Eve was my birthday. So I ended up going to 3 house parties. One was the homie Casual. Shout out to Casual. Second was the homie John. Shout out to John. Third was the homie Crystal. Shout out to the homie Crystal. Remember Casual and John's parties. Do not remember Crystal's party. However, I ate there. So no matter what, I'm fed. No matter if I black out. And shout out to Crystal for being like my drunk savior all the time, because like this is probably the 7th time that she made sure that I was okay when I was drunk. So shout out to her for that. But I ate, and that's amazing. And I did not know I ate a plate. So
yo, you're wild.
I am wild.
So wait, what were you drinking?
I was drinking, what's that tequila called? Sousa? I think it's called Sousa. The one that's spelled Sauza.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so I was drinking that, and I had a couple double shots of that, like at least 3 or 4, and I had a tiny bit of Jameson, and I had some champagne because it's New Year's. Fuck it, we popping bottles.
She was champagne,
and
popping.
That's it. And that was at the first party. So after that, I didn't drink anything else. So I was just my condition was just declining as I sat down and sat up. So I'm just like by one, probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, I was just done. I was like, oh my God.
You know what I did on New Year's?
What, you slept?
I slept. I was in the bed.
Did you pray?
I did pray. I prayed before I went to sleep because I knew that I wouldn't make it by after 12. But I cooked. I made some fried chicken, some string beans, some corn, and some mashed potatoes. I ate. I prayed, and then I was asleep by like 10 o'clock, 10:30.
That's dope.
Because this is a regular ass fucking day in my life. And that New Year's shit.
Drinking. And
she over here dying.
P.S. I'm still drinking. I never fully recovered from that day, so you have to excuse me.
I don't like the pressure.
This has habanero in it. Habanero something in it.
Spicy.
So
ass
that spicy
beer.
shit just hit the back of my throat like that.
I don't like the idea of having to invest time and energy into figuring out what I want to do for New Year's.
Right.
Like it's so much pressure that you're going to put on yourself to have fun, where I know how to have fun in my house.
Right.
So yeah, man.
That's it.
My New Year's was awesome.
I wish my New Year's was like that. I wish I slept a little bit because I was super tired.
But you know what though? Then you think like, dag, did I miss out on the New Year's? But then it was cold, so no.
It's freezing.
It was fucking freezing outside.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, if you've seen someone drunk once, you've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah. And also, I've decided...
Unless you're planning on taking advantage of that person.
Right.
You missed your opportunity.
And drinking...
That's terrible to say. And
drinking, like, granted, I've been trying to drink a lot more so I can smoke a little bit less. I don't really know how that equals out, but, you know, whatever. Goals. We're all... God's working on everybody.
Word up.
Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus.
But yeah, I've been drinking a little bit more, and even that is just like... I don't know. I think I'm going to work on being a little bit more... less prone to use recreational things to ease my life. If that makes any sense.
Makes sense. I'm trying to like cope in different manners.
Yeah, but has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like coping in those ways. Mm-hmm. Like I'm tired of spending the money.
Right. It's expensive to cope.
It's expensive to cope as an adult.
No matter what, like even if you go to therapy, it's expensive to cope.
But that's what I'm saying. But when you're a child, you don't really have to pay attention to that. When you're an adult and you're like aware of your issues and you're trying to cope with them or move along with them, it's expensive. It's annoying.
Being hypersensitive is like a bitch.
Yo.
Honestly.
Well, we won't even get into that.
That's a conversation for another episode. That could be a whole episode, honestly.
We always say that, but then we never do it.
No, seriously, an episode about being like truly woke. Like truly. Like you just aware.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's exhausting. I feel like we said that on a previous episode.
Yeah, but what is exhausting for you?
Exhausting for me is just constantly just knowing. I don't know.
Like I think the last time we talked about it, we talked about like what's happening and us acknowledging it, but we didn't acknowledge how we felt about it, like how it affects us and what we do to deal with it.
It sucks because I feel like you're constantly observant. And like, even though like you're not obviously observing people, because a lot of people are just like, you need to just know everyone's intentions and blah, blah, blah. And like, have you ever like been in a situation and someone comes up to you and tells you like, oh, this person's a snake or this person is like this and this person is like that. And in the back of your head, you're just like, I already knew that shit. Mm-hmm. I already knew that shit coming from the door. Mm-hmm. It took y'all a long time to figure out this
right.
shit. It's that constant state of just being like, there's no other way to describe it. Just being awake.
Right.
That's it. You know everyone's intention, you know everyone's motives, and you being a good person to those people still is exhausting as well. Mm-hmm. Because you could be like a dickhead, but you're not going to, because where is that going to fucking get you? So you being woke in this shit and still being a decent person is exhausting in and of itself.
Right. And not even just like trying to maintain being a good person, staying true to yourself. Yeah. Like one of the biggest issues that I've been having recently especially with me promoting in a corporate world, you not only are sensitive towards everything that's happening to you, you have to be sensitive about your sensitivity. Mm-hmm. So like even just facial expressions and trying to make sure that you don't come off as the bad guy in any situation. Even when you're the good guy, you have to make sure that you have that balance to make sure that you're safe, quote unquote. Like, no matter what, you're going to have an attitude. No matter what, you're going to be the wrong one. No matter what, no matter how hard you try, and then I'm just speaking from my experience, it's difficult because even when people are trying to be good to you, there's always some backhanded thing involved. You don't feel like it's necessarily genuine. So, I don't know. Being woke is very difficult in the workplace. And in the real world, you know, then you can be a little bit more ignorant about it and call people out on their bullshit. But when it comes to your paycheck, you can't really.
Right. You can't fuck it up. It's usually at work. It's usually at forced interactions.
But that's because, like you said, like you were saying, it's a forced interaction. Mm-hmm. So now we have to deal with these people. We have to it's like I'm 10 times more exhausted from work every day, even from the work week, than I was before, just because mentally I'm overdrawn, you know. And that's part of my goals for 2018, not allowing myself to be so anxious and be so caught up in how someone else perceives me. That has nothing to do with me, right? So niggas is not trying to be less woke, but being woke and at the same time being able to maintain sanity in some form.
I feel like it's all about being true to yourself. Right now, because I feel like a lot of us aren't being true to ourselves. I feel like a lot of people are following trend. And I feel like wokeness is a trend, and you have to get it, because like it's a job, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
You can't be woke about certain shit. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't like speaking for you, but what me and Selena are trying to get at is you can't be woke when it's convenient. Like, I feel like a lot of people are woke when it comes down to race issues, and even or like issues with like LGBTQ issues. No, full circle, like everything that's fucking happening,
right? And then you cannot turn off. And these are for the people who are woke and do see everything. You cannot. It's impossible to turn that shit off.
Right.
Once you notice one thing, you notice everything, and it's literally like someone just sucking the energy, because you don't know where it comes from, but you don't know where it's coming from. Like, we understand where it stems from and the stereotypes that go along with it, but at the same time, you're like, yo, it's now 2018 and this shit is still very real.
Yeah.
Like, even in the smallest of ways. For example, I was, has nothing to do with work. I was just in my outside life doing outside things. I was walking into a doorway, and some woman who obviously saw me walking towards her kept on walking towards me. And instead of moving out of the way or pausing or letting me get through the door first, she bum rushed me. Now, she was a white woman, of course. And the only reason I say of course is because I've never been in an interaction with a person of color where they will bum rush the fuck out of me unless they weren't paying attention. This woman stared me dead in my eyes and was like, no, bitch, not today. I'm getting through. And things like that may seem like very small, but that's not the first time that things like that have happened.
That's funny that you bring that up. I was just reading an article about that.
What?
And it was like, in 2018, here's 5 things that we need to stop telling white people or letting white people do. And that was one of them.
Really?
They were like, don't say excuse me. Don't say excuse me unless you have to. Like, don't bump them. Don't.
They
was like, don't say excuse me to white people.
White people do not know. I have those interactions at work.
So I work at a hospital.
Let me not say all white people.
Not all white people.
There are white people that do, because we can say, oh, a lot of, it's not just white people that don't know how to say excuse me. Most people don't understand man. No. From what I've seen and from my life experience, the majority of white people that I've been interacting with do not say excuse me.
Especially if they're a white person of some type of status.
Right. Or, you know how people say excuse me or huh? Them niggas go straight to what?
Yeah.
What? Automatically.
I think that's
shit
so rude.
Drives me insane.
What is I've been taught that from Rip. Like, don't say what to anyone.
Don't say what to no one. Say yes. Or excuse me. Or I apologize. What did you say? Like, niggas be like, what?
Or say I'm sorry. Like, I don't think, like, people are like, stop saying sorry. I'm like, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying I'm sorry if it's like you're not apologizing to that person. You're being courteous. It's
right.
Like, sorry to interrupt you, but
right.
Here's the thing. So, I mean, like, that bothers the fuck out of me. And I'm so happy that you brought that up because they do that shit. They'll wait for you to like back down or whatever.
Yeah, it's like they'll wait for you to back down, or they'll wait for you to allow them to, for lack of terminology, oppress you. And I'm not saying that them walking through a doorway before me is oppression. I'm saying the fact that we can't have the common courtesy to even have that moment with each other to figure out who's going to go first.
Right.
You already knew that I'm going to go first.
Right.
Fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
I have somewhere to go. Obviously, it's more important than where she has to go.
Right. And it's crazy because now you look passive because you're polite.
Right.
You look passive because you're polite because you've seen someone coming and you move out of the way.
Right.
And now, like, I'm not bowing to you. I'm being polite.
And then that's the internal that you have to battle with yourself. In that moment when you allow that person to walk in front of you, like, damn, I let it happen again. Yeah. And is that me being nice, or is that me allowing that person to take over the situation? Right. You know,
right. It's the little shit like this, and this is what I'm talking about being woke.
It's a
little
20-minute conversation about people walking in the fucking door,
right? And it's not just. And let me clarify. It's not just white people. It's prominent, but I've been around black people. Like, what the fuck makes you so superior that you can just walk directly in someone like, oh, this motherfucker gonna move?
But at least, so now this lady was rude and she didn't give a fuck. But in most situations, they won't look you in your eyes. Yeah. At least a black person will show you, or not even a black person, a person of color will like not really give a fuck about how you feel. They're going to let you know, like, hey, I'm walking in front of you. And then we're more comfortable with having that interaction or that confrontation, I feel. Like, if I see another black person walking in front of me, I'm going to be way more quick to say, excuse you.
No. Like, I'm way more quick, like, not with black people. I'm quicker with other people.
But you know what? It's not because I will be ruder to,
because when I look at black people, I'm like, you know better.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
that's what I'm getting at. But that's what I'm getting at, though.
I shake my head at black people. Like,
with people who aren't minorities, I'll look at you and I'll be a little bit more disrespectful. But for a person that is a minority, particularly a black person, I'm like, dog, you know better. Come on, at least your grandma.
Son. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, like this is, and then I'll be like, dang, another black people trying to bring each other down once again.
Right. Like, I always said that, like. And to bring that full circle, I always tell myself, like, I'm never going to disrespect another black person in front of nobody.
Yep.
And as black people, we need to stop doing that. Stop it. Like, I see black people doing it at my job all the time. Don't disrespect me in front of these other racist religions, anything. Don't disrespect me. I'm like, we're supposed to, and this is why they don't respect us.
Right.
Stop disrespecting your own kind in front of someone else. It's all about unity and shit. And here at Broke But Culture, we're all about unity. We're all about inclusion. We're all about progression. But we as a people, we need to stop doing that shit. We do it a lot.
But you know what, though? Yeah. It shouldn't have to be a disclaimer for us to be able to say, oh, black people need to band together and treat each other right, because other cultures and races have been doing it forever. And that's why they have a culture. That's why they have a story behind them. Black Americans, we don't have nothing behind us. Right. And all we do is give each other our ass to kiss for the most part, except for, like, now we're in a time where it's like we're really banding together and trying to make a better place for us. But, like, I think it's sad. I think it's saddening the fact that we have to say, oh, we're all inclusive. Oh, we're all this. Oh, we're all this. But at the same time, I still believe that.
But I feel like it's still a hierarchy in that, because, like, they, instead of building each other up, you judge people who aren't as, I'm air quoting, woke as you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they're not on the same wavelength, you give up on that person instead of trying to, like, hey, brother, hey, sister.
But that's because
this is how you should think.
But that's,
I'm not telling you what to do. But
we are in an age where if we don't have the same opinion, I can't fuck with you at all. Yeah. So if I'm woke and you're not woke, I don't try to understand why you're not woke. Instead, I will judge you and be like, oh, this nigga he ain't with it, so fuck it. I'm going, like, we don't have the time to nurture each other. We don't have the time to give each other that chance to learn. You know,
it's crazy because more of us aren't than are. Like,
absolutely,
it's a very small percentage of us that actually are, like, you know,
but you know
with
what?
It, like, with progression and with the shits.
I don't think it's a matter of us. I don't think it's a matter of a small number of people knowing. I think that a lot of people know, but we just not willing to do anything about it. You know, I think that because my great grandma, this is not real, but what I'm saying is, you know, in most black families, your great great uncle been telling you that white people wasn't no good. Mm-hmm. You know, so this is not something that's new. I'm not saying that white people aren't good, and don't take this as me bashing a whole race.
It's not new, but I feel like
I ain't explaining myself. Y'all know what the fuck I mean.
My mom's older brother, God rest his soul, he passed away. Mm-hmm. She always used to talk about that. He died when she was 14. So he was the oldest. My grandmother had 13 kids. He was the oldest out of all of them. So she used to talk about his disdain for white people, mm-hmm. and like him saying pretty much everything that's happening now. He's like, this is going to happen again. But I feel like there was a long amount of time where we were giving them chances. Like, because remember, like when we were in high school and stuff, it wasn't like that heavy. Like it was heavy, like you peeped it, mm-hmm. but for a little while, like when they taught you like things in elementary school, you just assumed racism was over, unless you lived in a part of the world where you can see it all the time.
Right.
So like when I was in elementary school, like, oh shit, like white people are cool, black people now. Like this happened in like the 60s. Like it's over now.
But I don't think that it was ever an issue of whether the shit was over. I think that now it's just throwing in our face so much.
Yeah, it's so out and open, and being as though we have some type of dictatorship going on in Washington right now, where you're making it a little bit more prevalent. And everyone's free to do what they want. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh, this shit is hitting the fan right now. So you know what? I don't give a fuck what you gonna do about it. And I think it's corny, especially for people who don't have... I think it's corny for people of color who really don't have a problem with anyone. And I think it's corny for white people who really don't have a problem with anyone. Because now everyone's weary around everyone. And like you're just taking little cues and like running with it.
Yeah.
So it sucks, honestly. And we're here. We're not saying like white people are fucking terrible. No, because some of them are not. Like I know plenty of people who are not terrible, but it's just the vast majority.
But then there's Donald Trump, and then he brings y'all back 10,000 years.
Right.
He brings white people back to the fucking Stone Age,
and it just fucking sucks. But that was a very healthy conversation. Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
I appreciate it. That had to come out. Do you want to proceed, or do you want to get into the value me shit? Do you want to get into shit no one cares about?
No. So to link, we were talking about into the value menu. We can talk about Black Mirror.
Hey, all right.
So Black Mirror season 4 came out the 29th. So for all of it's the 6th or the 7th? It's the 7th now. So if you haven't,
I thought you were about to say the 7th season. I'm like, that hasn't been around for 7 seasons. No. So where was I? Was Netflix around for 7 seasons?
Shut the fuck up. No. So it's the 7th now. It's been out since the 29th. You've had 29, 30, 31. You've had 10 days to watch it. So if you haven't watched it yet, turn this shit off right now, because I'm about to give you some spoilers. Also, if you haven't watched it, like it better be because you don't have a Netflix account and you're waiting for your homie to give you it. So Black Mirror came out. This season was trash. And the only reason I say that like we can kind of intersect the conversation is because of the last episode. The last episode was called Black Museum, hands down the best episode of the entire series. And I don't just say that because of how it ended or even the premise of the episode. I say it because it has so many levels of like fucked upness and satisfaction. It was awesome. So like I said, the episode was called Black Museum, and it's about this girl who goes into this museum, and it's basically like a criminology museum. The guy who runs it is there, and he goes through the museum with her. And if you haven't seen Black Mirror is very techie. So some of the stuff like in this museum, all of the stuff in the museum is connected to every episode of the show that has like a deadly aspect in it. For instance, like in that same season, Archangel, they have the device, the tablet that she would use, the tablet that she used to kill her mom. They have that device inside the museum. So he's like showing her around and talking to her about different parts, whatever. So they get to the end of the exhibit, and it shows this guy, this virtual this virtual man who is imprisoned, and basically he's in there so that people can continuously electrocute him, because he was accused of killing this one reporter, and he's a black man, and you know, black lives don't matter. So that's just a basic plot of the episode. I don't want to give too much away. The only part I want to kind of take some time to like really talk about is the end, Black reparations. So in one part, she kills like I said, spoilers, I don't care if y'all didn't watch it. She kills the guy, and come to find out the guy that's inside the cell is her dad, and they didn't necessarily have all of the evidence, or there was some issues with him being in jail in the first place or being executed in the first place, because they didn't there was like other evidence, whatever, and you know, they don't care about black bodies, so black bodies can be tortured forever, even their consciousness. So she basically sets her dad free, like by killing him off, essentially. And she gets to have this man tortured inside of a thing. It's a whole thing. Basically, though, the girl is able to get payback for all the shit that happened to her dad. And she explains how black bodies don't matter to white people, how black lives don't matter to white people, because at some point where he became a vegetable from getting electrocuted so much, and like people were doing it for pure joy. You know, it was an exhibit. It was an exhibit of a man being tortured to death, you know, and it was a black man, you know, and there were protests, but she said, you know, after a while, and the same thing in the real world, you know, people will protest and care about something, but then that shit gets old after a while and they stop caring. That's why that man was in there for so long. It was a really good episode, but the gist of it is that black bodies can be destroyed without any sort of care.
And monetized.
And that was another piece of it. He was getting money under the table so that way that people could electrocute him for a longer period of time, because they had a like a limit on it. It was like a 10-second limit, but he would let people like hold the lever for a long period of time so they would like get off on his death, basically. It's horrible. And it brought back, I don't know, it brought back the idea that niggas really don't, let me not say niggas, I don't mean black people, I mean all people, as a team of people, we do not care about black bodies.
Right.
We do not. We can watch black women be sexualized, we can watch black men be fetishized, and it's still happening to this day. Like, we don't fetishize white women, we don't fetishize white men, because there's nothing, and I guess there's nothing exotic about that to them.
I mean, white women and white men have the stereotypes connected to in a sexual manner. Yeah, they have I won't get into it, but y'all niggas know. But
you talking about porn?
No, I mean, like, that's a conversation for another day. I mean, I feel like we fetishize them for different reasons, and it's usually in a sexual manner.
Oh, you're talking about black men and white women?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know why
because
black men will straight up tell you like, oh, this white girl, bang, bang, bang.
Because black women are lesser.
Not even lesser. It's just like everyone has their own little thing, and it just spins back. But proceed. What you were saying?
Oh, nothing. That was like, I was ranting for a little bit about it, but because it's hard to explain because I don't want to give too much away, and it would take me an hour to kind of explain what was happening. But it's a really good episode. You should watch it. And if you like criminology or Criminal Minds and like shows like Criminal Minds or SVU, you will really like that episode. But another episode, controversial opinion that I have, Hang the DJ. I fucking hated that episode.
Hey, tell us why.
Everybody
loves that shit.
Everybody loves that episode, and I hate it because I hate love, and I hate the fact that we're also pressed about people uploading their consciousness to the cloud so they can. So you're uploading your consciousness to a dating app, so that way all you do in that dating app is date, and then it's to their time period or their time frame, and then you have to discover that love conquers all, and y'all have to rebel against the system in order to figure out that y'all really soulmates in order for y'all to meet in the real world. Get the fuck out of here. That's too much. How about y'all just take the time to walk around and meet people? Know why Black Mirror gets me so hot and I like it so much? Because this is what the world is going to be in a couple of years. Give it some time. There's this episode about this lady whose husband died, and she was so fucking sad that her friend got her a mold of her husband, and the technology was so advanced that you can basically recreate dead people, but they just won't have, the affection aspect of it. It's not going to really be them, but it's going to kind of be them because they're going to read your emails and shit and kind of gauge your personality. Technology is fucked up.
Technology is fucked up.
That was my rant about Black Mirror. It was a trash ass season though. USS Callister was an okay episode, but Archangel was triggering because it reminded me of my mom. What else? Crocodile was a really good episode because she just kept on killing niggas, and that's dope.
What was the one with the robotic dog
Metalhead?
thingy? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was pretty. It was annoying.
It was annoying, and we didn't know what was going on. We just knew that we were in a post-apocalyptic world that was run over by robotic dogs.
I'm not a TV nigga, but that Black Museum episode was really good.
So fucking good, man.
Like at all. Like I'm not an avid. I watch cartoons. I'm a child. So anyone who spends the rest of their life with me, just know we will be watching SpongeBob. But
that sounds terrible.
It's not terrible. Not more cartoons than SpongeBob, but it is what it is. I like anything animated, any kind of animation. So
I don't mind animation, but I do like the procedural, or I like Black Mirror because it's fucked up. I like things that will give my mind a twist.
Yeah, get your mind going.
Yeah. We're gonna watch. I'm gonna have you watch Black Mirror. We're gonna watch Black Mirror together, okay?
I mean, I watched those. I think I watched 3 episodes. What was the one with the lesbians on the first season?
San Junipero.
I watched that one.
Juniper.
I watched the one with Michaela Cole in it because she looked like something to eat.
Oh yeah, USS Callister.
Yeah, that one. And then I watched the Black Museum one, and I watched the one that we were just talking about with the dog thing. So
there's an episode that you might like called what is it called? The Entire History of You, where where basically you have this thing inside of your brain where you can control what you see. So if you trying to cut somebody to fuck off, you can just blur that nigga out. Right. And you can put a time frame on how long you blur that nigga out to the point where you might forget that nigga.
It's crazy, B.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, B. Speaking of death and people being weird, 2 things. So if you haven't caught on yet, we are officially in the value menu. So we get into the shits. But did you see the article Newsweek printed about I think it was the 50th anniversary of MLK's assassination? Mm-mm. And instead of printing a regular picture, they printed a picture of him in his casket. And the tag for the link was, "Have you seen my friend Martin?" Ooh! But here's the thing. So that's a song. It's called I think it's Martin John Jacob. No, it's about John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, and another person. It's a good song. It's a song from the 70s. Excuse me, forgive me, I forgot the gentleman who sings it. It's a good song, and it was basically the climate, because all these assassinations kept happening. It was the climate of America and how the shit needs to stop. So it was like, have you seen my friend John? Have you seen my friend Martin?
No, the niggas died.
Killed him, and these people were trying to make shit right. Why did y'all kill him? So that was a terrible tag. It was in bad taste. And his daughter, Martin Luther King's daughter, tweeted Newsweek, what the fuck? What did you think this was okay? So they actually had to tweet her back and issue an apology for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, even if your intentions were good, no, just pick a regular picture.
Why? Why? Because that was going to get clicks.
Yep,
that's why it was clickbait.
This man laying in his casket like that. So yeah, it's definitely clickbait.
Clickbait.
Also, fuck Logan Paul, and here's why. You guys probably have heard about it already.
Oh yeah, isn't that the YouTube nigga?
Yeah. So first of all, y'all, stop watching
suicide trees.
Stop watching weird niggas on YouTube. Can we just stop watching? I don't give a fuck if they're gamers or what. Stop being weird on YouTube. Number 2, all right, so Logan, I've heard about this forest before this whole Logan Paul incident because I'm interested in stuff like that. I'm a weird nigga. So, but not weird like these niggas on YouTube. So there is a forest at the base of Mount Fuji. It's called, I believe the forest is named Okigara. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But they call it the suicide forest. So for years, people have gone to this forest and just
there was a movie
suicide.
about that.
Yeah, there's a movie about it. So people have gone to this forest and so Logan Paul's dumbass decides to explore the forest, even though like when you go to the forest, there's like signs telling you do not go off the road, like don't go off. There's a path leading you to the mountain, and all across it's just like, yo, don't go off this road. You might see something that you don't want to see.
Their bodies are still there.
His bodies are still there. When they have to report it. So I don't even know if he reported it or not, but that's not the point. There's like, don't go off this road. And if you do go off this road, if you see something, say something.
Okay.
And there's signs apparently on the road that is like telling people you're worth it. Like, don't do that. You're worth it. Like, don't go in the forest and commit suicide. Like, don't do it. They're trying to give people hope.
Is the forest like beautiful?
It looks, from pictures I've seen of it, it looks eerie, but it's like a beautiful forest because I guess because it's the base of a mountain. So, yeah. Anything Japan is beautiful, but that's not the point.
Japanese culture is excellent.
Beautiful.
It's fucking excellent.
It's excellent. That's excellent. But so Logan Paul wanders his dumbass into the forest and discovers the body. And instead of like, I don't know, putting the cameras down, he records him looking at the body. And then he puts the body on camera. It's a hanging body. But apparently the body, I didn't see the video because now the new videos are like blurred out if they had it. But the body was fresh. So I don't think he realizes how insensitive that is because one, a family doesn't know their loved one has passed away.
Right.
Or a family doesn't know their loved one has taken their own life, which is fucking terrible. So he got a lot of backlash from that because I don't know, anyone who's not a sociopath was just like, why would you film that?
Yeah.
So he is like, of course, losing sponsorship and losing all this shit. And
because he just was getting money for, he was like played in the YouTube Red movie.
Yeah.
And he's like getting money.
He's getting money. Like these YouTube niggas is getting money. So he's losing a lot of sponsorship, issued an apology, and now he's coming under fire for something else. I forgot what it was, but I'm gonna bring that up next episode if I find it.
Hold on, I'm about to.
So it's the same thing, but he just issued a bullshit apology, and I think, like, why are we allowing people to do things like that? Also, fuck PewDiePie because PewDiePie is coming out and saying, "Oh, Logan Paul's a sociopath and he's weird and he should never did that." We didn't get over the fact that you said nigger twice. We still on your head, my nigga. Like we not. No. Fuck you. You're not going to come get in the good graces just because you disagree with what Logan Paul did.
He was throwing he was throwing Pokeballs at Japanese. Yo, this nigga is wild. I'm going to play the video, but it's him throwing Pokeballs at Japanese people dressed as Pikachu.
He's a dickhead.
He's a fucking idiot.
He's a dickhead.
He's an idiot.
He is a waste of sperm if I ever seen it. Like for real. Him and PewDiePie, because fuck you too. But yeah. You can fuck how many followers you have. So yeah, I just had to bring that shit up. So fuck Newsweek for that. And fuck Logan Paul for that. Selena's listening to it right now.
Oh my gosh. Yo, he's legit throwing Pokeballs at Japanese people.
Also, y'all kids is trash for watching these people.
This is not even cute.
They don't make children like they used to.
Because everything has to be on oh my God. And then he's naked.
Disgrace.
Yo.
Yeah,
people are so but that's North Korea. You can't do shit like that in North Korea.
You see what happened to the last nigga?
Nigga was he was playing with signs.
Otto playing with signs. He came back in a casket. Don't do it. Came back brain dead. Don't do it. Listen.
Wow.
You have to respect people's culture. You have to respect people's turf, and you have to respect when in Rome. White people, y'all Roman. When in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Nah, niggas don't.
Seriously.
But that's what they think the Romans do. They think that they throw fucking Pokeballs at each other because that's cute, because that's their fucking culture.
It's all about a level of respect. And I don't understand where. I feel like the internet has like desensitized us to death and everything, because we see it so much. But there's a certain level of respect when it comes down to death that you have to have. Like, all right, this person is deceased. We have to like bow out of it.
But I think that the internet has ruined our sensitivity level. Like the stuff I'm able to watch now on TV, like the way death is shown on TV now. You can watch
someone get killed.
You can watch someone get killed. It completely desensitizes you.
A real person. Like, like this.
You can go on YouTube right now and look up death.
You know where that started? Rotten.com.
Yep.
Rotten.com
started that shit. Yeah, I remember Rotten.com.
Started that.
Watching Japanese people get run over by buses and
seeing
shit.
Celebrity autopsy pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Rotten.com started that. Definitely did.
The world is strange. The night is dark and full of terror. Mark is doing something to us. Oh, okay. We're not really like subtle. I'm not.
Like Mark's doing something.
He's flashing his fingers.
55 minutes.
45.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're like the worst podcast ever.
We're on a roll. No, because
that's because we spent the first 20 minutes ranting. I
think the people who listen to us like it when we interact with Mark because they're curious about Mark. Like, they're really curious and they're like, what? Like,
who's the guy we keep on talking about?
Yeah, like, who's Mark? Is that Mark? Mark was here.
What else has been up besides the suicide trees? You know it's a song by OTEP, Suicidal Trees?
No.
Do you know who OTEP is?
No. Who's it? I know Radiohead is, and apparently they're trying to sue Lana Del Rey for stealing their song Creep.
'Cause I'm a creep.
Yep.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. Lana Del Rey is trash.
The hell am I doing here?
Lana Del Rey. Do you like Lana Del Rey? Are you a Lana Del Rey?
No, I think she's a coked out whore.
I like anything she does with ASAP. That's terrible. I like anything she does with ASAP Rocky.
Did you like her around niggas?
I mean, I guess she just strikes me as the type. Yo,
she's no
filter 2018.
You know why I don't like Lana Del Rey? Because she said that she wanted to be one of the artists that died at 27. She said she wanted to be a part of the 27 Club. I don't have time for people who think that shit's cute. Because the people that, like, I can understand you being sad, but that's not a cry for help. That's you encouraging.
That's you being weird.
Yeah, that's you being weird.
All these new hip hop niggas be saying shit like that too.
Like, that's not, that's just not.
Live past 20. You don't live past 25.
My nigga, do you know how much life is out there?
You know that's tomorrow, right? Because you 24.
You're 24 right now.
Like, oh, you didn't play your funeral.
This is weird. I can understand, like, people saying, I can understand people, like,
death isn't cool.
Death isn't
like,
cool.
at all. Like,
but that's because, once again, people don't care about how they're triggering other people. They're just saying shit out their mouth to be saying shit out their mouth. So, no, I don't like Lana Del Rey. What'd she do? She under fire for stealing Creep? Because she's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, because she's a weirdo.
She's a fucking weirdo.
Radiohead is going to sue the pants.
Yeah, she should. Go ahead. What's that nigga name? What's the lead singer from Radiohead? Tom York. Go ahead, Tom York. Sue the shit out of her.
Shout out to Tom York.
One of my favorite songs by Tom York is Eraser.
What's that song I like by Radiohead? Paranoid Android. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I like that song a lot. That's a very good song.
That's a really good song.
Yeah, get your rights. Sue Lana Del Rey. What else? Childish Gambino had another baby.
Is his baby mom?
I don't know what she is. I want to say she's white, but I have no clue.
I don't know if she's white.
She doesn't look white. Like,
we've been talking about white people a lot today.
Yeah. We don't hate y'all. We
don't hate white people. I have a lot of white. Knickerbocker's white.
She's right here all the time.
She's my white friend.
She just be chilling.
I like the fact that I can use that. Like, I have a white friend. Like,
I have white friends.
I have white friends.
Same way people be like, I have black friends.
Yeah,
like,
I have white friends.
No, when I have white friends, it means something.
Yeah, I have white friends.
I have lots of them, and it means something.
Let me see. I have 1, 2. I can count my white friends on 2 hands.
Yeah.
That's good enough. That's a lot of white people I know.
But yeah, he had another kid. And Atlanta's coming back. I think it's coming
March.
back. What is it, March 1st to be exact?
I don't know how.
The 1st or 18th.
I know. I didn't look for a date, but I know that they're coming back.
They released
in March.
like the OG date. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. Get ready for that. Kevin McCall threatened Chris Brown.
Oh my gosh. I don't give a fuck that he threatened Chris Brown. I do care about the fact that he did say that Chris Brown and his seed would be in a fucking casket.
I have the tweet up. Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
It says Chris Brown and his seed would be in a casket if he had anything to do with me being shot. Stop playing with rumors, or I can't promise CB will make it to 29. I kept him alive 7 years now in LA. Don't take the humbleness you see in me as weakness, Chris Brown. Chris Brown wouldn't have a tattoo on his head if it wasn't for me. I'm like, what? What does that even mean?
First of all,
or head to tattoo rather. I'm sorry. Chris
Brown dances.
Everyone, I feel like we're all coming to grips with the soft spot that we have for Chris Brown for some reason. But we have a true soft spot.
No, you're the only person that's coming to Chris.
A lot of people have a soft spot for Chris Brown.
I'm not saying that a lot of people don't have a soft spot, but you're the only person that I know that mentions it as much.
I guess because he's like, Chris Brown is not the voice of our generation.
He's not.
But I'm going to use this loosely. Chris Brown is the voice of our generation, meaning that we're used to hearing his voice since 2005.
I'm giving him
niggas who was in high school like me are like just accustomed to seeing the rise of Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He is a part of like our childhood in a sense.
Yeah, but a lot of niggas is a part of our childhood and we've been let them go.
I let R. Kelly go. Fuck.
I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about like nobody gives a shit about Tyena's musical career.
Taina? That's not even her name. We don't know her name. Disrespecting that one. Her name is Taina for the rest of her life.
Or who else? Who? All right. Who's somebody?
Ashanti.
Ashanti.
No, we love Ashanti.
But you know what?
Ashanti.
But you know what? Ashanti doesn't have to make music anymore because she's just out here looking good.
Ashanti can't. When Ashanti.
Cassie. Nobody has given a fuck about Cassie's
Don't give a fuck
career.
about Official Girl. That was the last Cassie song I liked. Official Girl is the last Cassie song I liked.
Official Girl is my
that
shit.
song slaps. That song is so good.
Shit. I'm gonna sing that next week. Just let y'all know.
I think she has a new song coming out.
Official girl. Wait, I miss you, girl. I miss you, girl. I'm gonna make you my official girl. That's my shit.
That song goes hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
But all Cassie gotta do is stand there and look good. Same thing with Ashanti. All she gotta do is stand there and look good.
Y'all ain't do much. Ooh, speaking of bitches who are out here standing here looking good, most of them at least. I think, it's a really attractive cast. Ocean's 8 trailer came out.
Before we get into that, can I just nip that Kevin McCall?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot that we still talking about Kevin McCall and Chris Brown.
Let's just finish that because I need to get into the Ocean's 8 shit too because these Jones look good. But that's not the point. The point is Kevin McCall and Chris Brown hasn't been having this back and forth since, I don't know, Deuces. So if you guys didn't know, Kevin McCall is the other guy that's rapping on Deuces. He's not a rapper. He's a singer. Mm-hmm. He's also Eva from Miracle's Next Top Model. He's her baby dad. So,
oh, yeah.
Kevin McCall wrote Deuces for Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. And if you can recall, no pun intended, recall. If you can recall, Deuces is like what brought Chris Brown back into the game to me a little bit. Because
Right.
he was just getting off. Graffiti was not a good album.
Right.
He was just getting off that whole thing with Rihanna. Deuces solidified his shit. Like, Chris Brown back.
It brought it back, yeah.
Fame was a fire album
Was
front
it?
to back. Fame was fire front to back.
Was it?
Look at Fame. Look at the track list.
I've seen the track list of Fame.
Every song's a single. Every single song. Fire. Front to back.
Heartbreak.
But Kevin McCall is responsible for Deuces and Strip. He's also responsible for Strip and a couple other songs. Yeah, he's responsible for this. So they've been having this back and forth for a long time. Personal issues, also I think issues over money a little bit, and issues over like rights. But I mean, Kevin McCall was given his credit because of course he got like the plaques or whatever.
Right.
Credit. But still, them having like some inner turmoil. So Kevin McCall recently got shot in the foot. So people were speculating that Chris Brown's goon shot Kevin McCall in the foot. So that's what prompted him to write that message. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what kind of beef you have with any man or woman. Do not bring their children into it.
Right. That's a lot.
I agree with 90% of the things that Kanye West says. When he was talking to Wiz Khalifa on Twitter and he brought in him and Amber Rose's child, and said like, you wouldn't have a kid if it wasn't for me. I thought that was some bullshit, but I thought that shit was corny. Don't bring their child in. Like, you knocked her up. She's a stripper. You wouldn't have a kid if it wasn't for me because I made Amber Rose popular. Don't do shit like that. Don't bring nobody's kids into the situation.
That's true.
at all. And this is serious, because don't tell me my baby's going to be in a casket. So I would excuse Chris Brown for punching him square in the face.
Square in the face.
Square.
I would
like
excuse Chris Brown for, well, you don't need the snitches on the fucking internet.
Just snuffing the shit out of Kevin McCall. Why do people feel
the need to say so much on the fucking internet?
Stop. Call Stop. If you keeping him protected in LA, you don't got to say the shit on the internet.
Police your fucking
if you
Twitter account.
My thing is, if you keeping that nigga protected in LA, go pull up on that man.
I've really been working hard not to say nigga and curse less, and I don't think I've been very effective at all.
I love nigga. I love saying nigga because I can say it. That's it. Quinta B said that at one of her comedy shows. I can say it and make your grandmom shiver. No, say it. Nigga. Because it's mine. It's ours. So we can say it. So,
all right, Kevin McCall, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, that's it. Usually I agree with people. Like, if you have some type of beef about, like, you know, royalties and shit like that, okay. No pun intended. Because royalty. But don't bring royalty into the situation about royalties.
Right.
If that's what it's about.
Don't bring royalty up about nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Don't.
It's not your fucking baby. You're not fucking her mom.
If Chris Brown's being a terrible person to you, that has nothing to do with his daughter.
Yeah, it has nothing to do. His
care.
family has nothing to do with business. You should not be threatening nobody's child. That's a little ass girl.
Kevin McCall, I was with you for a little bit because I think you're talented. I think you're a talented writer.
I'll go to jail.
Yeah. But don't say shit like that. So
I hope some nigga touch his booty hole.
Right.
For saying some shit like that. Yeah, I hope somebody stick a finger up his butt for saying some shit like that. That's wild.
That's fucking terrible. Ocean's 8.
The
baddest bitch in the game, Rihanna's in that.
Yo, 8 Ball.
In the game.
Her name is 8 Ball in the movie, and that shit looks like it's going to be first of all,
I might have to shoot my shot if I ever seen Rihanna in public.
All my favorite white women are in this movie. Sandra Bullock, Anne Hathaway,
Sarah Paulson's in there.
Sarah Paulson. Yeah. I think those are 3 of my favorite white women right now.
I love Sarah Paulson.
If Meryl Streep was
I
in
could shoot my shot with Sarah Paulson and it might work.
Yeah, because she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
And you know it's not hard.
Right.
It's not hard for lesbians. You can kind of, all you have to do is like be nice to them and they fall over.
And they come through Teddy Bear Fresh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was on 18, Mike Bagger.
But yeah, the trailer was really, really, really good. It looks like it's going to be a fun ass movie.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm super excited.
I wasn't into any like the Oceans, whatever's, 11s, none of that. But
this movie is going to make
crazy
bank. This movie is going to make.
They might as well just throw Beyonce in that joke. Just record some scenes with Beyonce.
Yo, yeah, just have Beyonce there.
Just have her walk through a scene.
They might, because it's supposed to be like
at the Kaling's in it.
Yeah, Mindy Kaling's in it.
She's attractive.
Some other people are in it, but I just Aquafina, the girl, she's like a YouTuber, but she's like she's the Asian babe. She does the stuff
one
with
You mean Asian like Indian or Asian as in
Asian? Okay, like I'm sorry, Asian. That's
she's like Indian, I believe. She's a YouTuber.
No, I know you're talking about the girl who played in Boo.
I think that's her,
Medea's Boo. No, not her. She's pretty. She's half Asian.
Pretty.
I mean, she's half. She's a halfie.
Yeah.
But
no, not that one. She's
the Indian babe is a halfie.
She's a halfie, but she's not. I don't think she's Indian. She might be Indian. I think
she is Indian. Her dad is Indian.
Indian and white, right?
Yeah,
she's Indian and white. But there's another one. I think Complex was sneaker shopping with her. But I think she's full blown Indian. I don't remember.
Oh, well, anyway, the girl Aquafina, she's super dope. She's funny as shit. I watched some of her stuff. She does interviews. The reason I know her because she did an interview with Tyler, the Creator, and then from there I started like looking up her stuff. But yeah, yo, check out the trailer. It looks really, really dope. It looks like it costs a lot of money, and it's going to be super fun, and that shit is going to make millions. Because I'm definitely going to see that shit. And if I want to go out my way to see that fucking movie, I know bitches is really going to go out their way to see that movie. And Rihanna, the Navy. She looked good. She always look good.
She always, no matter what, she gonna look good. No matter what she do, she gonna look good.
While she's smoking.
She can release 1,000 flop albums, but you know what? She look good.
While she's smoking an L.
While she's smoking an L. And plus she has so many other ventures
that
who gives a fuck about the music anymore.
Right.
So, I mean, we give a fuck about that music because Rihanna does release some fire.
Mm-hmm.
But
speaking of fire, guess what?
What?
Recreational marijuana is now legal in California. Woohoo! Air horn. Recreational.
Oh, so you can just smoke it walking down the street?
You can't smoke it walking down the street, but you can just buy it. So me and you, niggas from Philadelphia, can go to California real quick, pick up an eighth, and then blow that shit down in the hotel room.
Yay!
So I'm super excited about the trip that I'm going to be making to California by the end of the year.
I can't smoke weed.
I'm super excited about all the weed I'm going to try. Actually, it's not about, I don't want to really like smoke. I want to like have edibles and stuff like that, like the novelties. really enhance my marijuana experience. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if I already said this. I'm trying to cut down. Yeah, I did say I was going to try to cut down smoking. Anybody who wants to like help me on this journey who's also trying to cut down smoking, hit a bitch up because this is a struggle. Like, I just have issues with like really smoking when I'm bored now, or like when I'm sad or happy or alive. So.
What else is going on? The lineups for the Governor's Ball on Coachella have been released.
NERD
is going to be at the Governor's Ball, correct?
Yes.
Governor's Ball looks good. Eminem is headlining it. I think it's going to be 2 days. I'm not going to
no goddamn Eminem.
I would see as long as he don't perform revival.
He's gonna perform all of his new shit.
Yeah, no, don't perform Relapse. Don't perform Marshall Mathers LP 2.
Only perform
Revival.
Only perform Slim Shady
Encore
LP.
Back.
Right.
Encore Back.
Right. Exactly. Yep. I would give him. Yeah, Encore is after the Eminem show. Yeah,
Encore Back.
Yeah,
that's all we want.
Encore had Puke on it, and that's one of my favorite songs by Eminem.
That's it. But apparently people are like encouraging people to boycott Coachella because the guy that runs Coachella is
a rapist.
Not a rapist, but he supports the Republican Party a lot, and he supports a lot of anti-LGBTQ organizations.
So does all of your favorite companies. Beyonce's going to be there. God.
Your grandma.
No, seriously, because like, all right, I feel like
grandma don't get down with
we're very selective of what we're active about. Like, we're very, very selective. If it doesn't affect us in like real life, because I'm sure all your favorite supermarkets are white supremacists. All the meat companies that exist, they are white supremacists. Like, real rap, Purdue and all them niggas, they are white supremacists. Like, Purdue, yeah.
They white supremacists?
I'm assuming
you know what? Because
so.
what else they doing on that farm with them chickens?
Hello?
What else you got to do except for be a white supremacist?
I only say this because it's just like we live in a land where this country is run by rich white men, so it's going to be hard to find a situation where a rich white man isn't being himself.
Facts, bro. Straight facts, yo. But yeah, Beyonce gonna be there. The Weeknd's gonna be there.
Tyler Creator's gonna be there.
I think he's gonna be on the day with Beyonce too.
Yep,
that's the day you want to go to.
Yeah, I ain't going to Coachella. I ain't going to no fucking desert.
I don't want to be in the desert sweating and stinking with y'all. That shit
like,
trash.
I mean, I
think festivals are trash.
It sounds like it's a good idea. Yeah, I think festivals are trash now.
Yeah,
too,
I don't like
niggas is adults.
I think festivals are trash just because I think they trash. Like, I don't want to be out there with y'all. I'd rather go buy my ticket and have my seat, so when I want to sit down, I can sit down.
Right.
Or if I want to go in the lobby and get refreshments, I can.
Right.
Because I can't, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, I can't really sit. If Kanye West was giving me a concert, I probably would sit eventually.
See, if Kanye West was at a festival, I would probably go.
I've been to a festival with Kanye West.
So have I, and it was terrible.
I thought that shit was trash.
And it was terrible. And it was. Garbage, it was absolutely fucking terrible because he was at Made in America that year.
And that was a terrible performance.
Fucking horrible. He ranted for like 30 minutes.
Niggas was leaving drones.
Waste of time.
Like, they was leaving.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's still Kanye West.
He's still Kanye West, and I pay my money to see him because I want to see him. However, I would just rather be in a stadium, or I would just rather be like somewhere like the TLA Electric Factory or the Fillmore, where I can like
standing room, but it's still inside.
I know this is the only person I came to see. I'm going to see this person. Other people who want to see this person are around, so for like the hangers on, so.
And it's a temperature controlled room,
right? So. And I can like enjoy myself. I don't like festivals at all. Maybe I'm just not into that shit. You gotta be young to be into that shit. When I was young, I didn't like festivals, so fuck it. So that happened. What else is going on in the world today?
I don't think nothing.
A lot of shit is happening. Kendrick Lamar is going to release those sneakers on the 18th of January.
I didn't know that he had sneakers.
Cortez Kenny's. The Kendrick Lamar Cortez. We talked about it on the last episode. Kendrick Lamar is also scoring the soundtrack for Black Panther.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I don't like that song with him and SZA. The one that just...
I didn't listen to it. Yeah, I gotta listen to it.
SZA's vocals on it are amazing, but I don't like that song too much. Speaking of SZA, the Weekned video.
People are so mad, but when it says Solange on it, like y'all should have knew what was going on.
We knew what, like,
y'all
a couple visuals.
That shit was gonna be all
dancing
visuals.
in a secluded place,
and some fucking poetry at the end. One opted out.
Yeah, like
a store casted a spell in. What?
Like, what are we doing here?
Solange is so deep, and SZA is getting deep too. And I guess,
but I feel like for a song with The Weeknd, like, because some would argue and say like SZA's videos don't ever have a concept. Yeah, most of them don't have concepts, but most of them are cool.
Right.
I don't think that video was cool. Like I'm just like I'm just watching it. Like it was pretty much Cranes in the Sky with SZA in it,
basically,
or like Don't Touch My Hair with SZA in it.
Basically.
Like even the video for Supermodel, the video for Love Galore, the video for Drew Barrymore, which actually had Drew Barrymore in it. Doesn't matter if she was just walking by real quick and did that little Drew Barrymore smirk. She was in it. The video for when SZA was more like low-key mixtape, it's a song called Teen Spirit that I love. Even that video was cool. And she wasn't doing much in it, but she just looked cool as shit in the video. Like she was just wearing Chucks and like a football jersey, and she looked dope. So I think we just expected more from The Weeknd, because
I didn't expect anything.
I expect it.
I didn't expect.
I don't expect anything, but I want you guys, because I think music videos nowadays are trash.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't expect anything because nobody's watching music videos. Like, that's not the point no more.
Like, I want the video to be a little bit more. Like even the video for Finesse was good because it played homage to it in Living Color.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So I was impressed with that. But I feel like we need to go. Where Hype Williams at? This is why Missy Elliott's videos are so good, because she still recruits Dave Meyers. And even Kendrick gets Dave Meyers and the little homies to do videos now. So that's why his videos are so fucking good.
But nobody's spending money on videos because videos don't matter no more.
Videos don't matter, but you know what? Having a good video, shit, Jay-Z probably spent a lot of money on that Family Feud video.
And Ava DuVernay, DuVernay, whatever. She directed that video, so you know it costs money.
All them celebrities was in it. All the It
was
black
such a good video.
He literally took every It black celebrity of the year and put them in a video.
And I loved it.
Because even the video for Moonlight was good. That was really good. With Issa Rae and Tiffany Haddish and Gerard Carmichael and
what was just friends?
Yeah, pretty much. That was cool.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the golden age of videos if we're going to do videos, or just stop doing them because I don't want to see that shit.
Right.
I don't personally. So what else is happening in the world today? Oh, Snoop Dogg's son got a modeling deal, and Diddy's son got a modeling deal too, with two separate companies. So I don't know how much y'all care about that, but
don't nobody care about their sons. Here's the thing: let's stop putting importance on people who don't do shit for us. These kids ain't doing shit for us.
Right.
All we gonna do is look at them on Instagram and envy their lives and be sad that we ain't Diddy kids. So,
what else? Ben Vereen is also creepy. In case you didn't get the memo,
who's that?
Ben Vereen is like an actor, but he's also has sexual assault allegations on him, or sexual misconduct rather.
That's not surprising. Most
shout
of them
out to the legend. Your mama probably know about Ben Vereen. She gonna be.
I know who you're talking about. Now I know who you're talking about. That's sad. He's like, he played in all the predominant black movies,
right?
So,
Lady of Rage is in the hospital with an undisclosed.
Now you just digging.
Illness. No, Lady of Rage is fire.
Lady of Rage is fire. But
she's rough and tough for her Afro puffs.
I can guarantee you right now, me, you, and April B are probably the only three people that care about this shit.
Lady of Rage. Yo, probably. But that's it. Anything else you want to add to the value menu this week?
No. I mean, the only thing I really cared about was the fact that Cardi B is still out here winning, and
Cardi B out here dancing with Bruno Mars, who's my favorite brown person.
And weed is recreational. Weed is now recreational in California.
Shout out to Cali.
Yeah.
Dang, where I live. That don't make me know. Never mind. I don't smoke weed.
Hey, small wins.
Small wins. Shout out to small wins. Anything else you want to add this week?
No. I don't really have much. I added a lot this week.
Right. Are you satisfied with the introductory episode of 2018?
Yeah.
This is pretty lit. We started out very serious, and we're usually not very serious, but we came through and told you we're not playing with y'all niggas. Get your act together.
Basically, white people were coming for that ass.
Not even everyone.
Coming for those manners.
Because black people too. I'm coming for y'all as well.
I'm coming for all y'all manners.
I'm coming for y'all as well. Also, what else? Get ready for more. You said you want more debates, right?
No,
we're not going to debate right now. But I remember in the last episode you said get ready for more debates and more.
Oh, I was going to say I didn't say I want to debate right now.
No, I don't have anything to debate about right now.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, get ready for more of that. And that's basically it. Got anything for me?
It's 2018.
Oh, Carice Lewis.
Who the fuck is Carice Lewis?
Before you say all that, say her name, because Carice Lewis is a lesbian young woman.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Murdered and burned alive.
Yeah.
So how about, speaking of being woke, let's be woke about that, shall we? So yeah, say her name. She was shot and killed and burned alive in a trunk in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. So this is not me desensitizing it. Yeah. This is me asking questions. Did they shoot her and then she died? Because if they shot her and then she died,
I don't think she died from the gunshot wound.
Okay, so
she
then
was burned alive.
Okay, so then they shot her and then they burned her alive. Okay, because you said she shot her, she died, and then they burned her alive. I'm like, that doesn't really make no sense.
Yeah. No, not shot. She wasn't shot and killed, but she was shot and then they burned her alive. Right. And she was in the trunk of a car. The people said they can hear her screaming. So, yeah, they saw like I believe like a puff of smoke from what? Not a puff of smoke.
This was recently?
This was recently. This is over December 28th.
The night is dark and full of terror.
This is recently. So say her name. Condolences to her family. It's a very sad situation. Hopefully her killers will be brought to justice. And that's it. But as far as situations like that go, I feel like we should be more like observant, especially when lesbian women of color are murdered or assaulted. We don't really bring that to the light a lot.
That's because
we know
Black women don't matter. Yep. We are lesser than. Right. So when you're talking about a triple minority in that aspect, because she was obviously a lesbian, you know, if she gendered herself as a woman, she's obviously a lesbian. So it's hard for the world to care about something that they don't acknowledge that exists. Not to dismiss what happened to her, but this is why we don't see it, because
we have to. You can't be woke unless you see that.
Yeah, and that
can't be. And that brings the episode full circle.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. The reason that we don't talk about it is because people dismiss it. But if we continue not to dismiss it, then it will become more of a conscious effort to show it.
Let's take care of each other.
Let's take care of each other in 2018.
Love one another. That's my motto for 2019. We're taking care of each other and we love on each other.
Yeah.
That's it. Especially your loved ones. By loved ones, I don't mean just family. People you love in general.
Or just the people around you, man. Do good, man. Just do good. Kindness is free.
It's free. It costs you nothing.
Kindness costs you nothing.
Nobody wins when the family feuds.
Good night. All right. Bye. I'm over it. Good night. She ruined it.
No, I did. That's real shit. Nobody wins when the family feuds. Jay-Z's trying to fix shit. He said it in that song.
Bye,
verbatim.
Y'all.
That's what he said.
Kelly gonna say and preach to y'all about how the family feud. I'll see y'all next
week. We got more preaching to do next week, so we're gonna save all those tidbits for later. Get ready. It's getting juicy. We coming hard. Pause. In Kelly. 2018. It's gonna be like, are we retiring lit? Let's bring back rugged. It's gonna be rugged.
Rugged. Bye.
That's a very East Coast day.
This is the end of the conversation. This is the end of the podcast. Good night, guys.
Thank you so much for listening. As always, thank you to the Spaces Network for sponsoring us. And have a lovely evening. Hope you enjoy. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.